I'm Emily Markovich.
My name is Dane Suarez.
I'm Gerard.
I'm Toni Marie Palmertree.
I'm a soprano.
Tenor,
baritone.
I'm a soprano, and I'm a company artist at OperaDelaware.
company artist with OperaDelaware.
One of the company artists, new model.
And I am a company artist with OperaDelaware. What has this program meant to you personally and professionally to be in a position where you're an artist who has access to a steady salary and healthcare and stability in an industry where this is really rare?
It has completely saved my soul and my career. I have always known that I wanted to sing, and I've always wanted to perform. That is just a part of me. I'd rather not do it alone in my living room. I'd rather do it for a community with an audience and a team that I am a part of. And this has really been a dream come true.
I have a salary, I have health insurance, I have a company that believes in my art as well as my talents that I would otherwise give to another industry. So it's a huge opportunity.
When I entered this industry, I was a single mom. And I think that many folks from the outside look at this job as a hobby and something that is super fun, which it is. But it's my job. It's my full-time job. It's how I put food on the table. It's how I pay my rent. And having support financially that I can rely on for my son is essential. And as a cancer survivor, having access to affordable and really good healthcare is essential.
It's not just about having stability. They're giving me a chance to sing and more focus on my work. In this job, I really feel there are two kinds of people. One side is doing performance, traveling all the time, place to place, and the other side is just stay one place and almost give up about the singing and find another job. But this program breaks this divine. So this program makes me possible.
Yeah, it makes the career possible. It makes this idea of having a balanced life where you have family and you have stability and you have support and community, and you also have that artistic outlet to make things that you really believe in. I feel like all singers are in this same boat where there are coaches or there are directors or there are conductors. There's someone to give you the green light and say you're ready.
Right.
But you have all of this training. You have all of this education. You have all of this passion, right? You have more to give than just what your voice can do, than just the talent that you have within you. And one of the things that I've loved to see really grow and flourish with you in this program is the way that you engage with new audiences and the way that you interact with children and the way that you advocate. If you were just a singer coming in and doing a beautiful production of La Boheme with us, as you did last year.
Thank you.
We would get all the beauty that you can give us on stage, but it would stop at the curtain. Because of this model, we're able to see all that you can give to a community. We're able to see how you can enrich the lives of the people of Delaware through your artistry and also through your heart. You are so much more than just a beautiful voice. You are a beautiful soul. And it's amazing to get to put that on display and say, this is who represents us.
To be recognized and to be included has really given me a lot of hope. And financially, it's allowed me to continue doing this. It has completely saved my soul. And it's allowed me to keep going in this, because if this didn't happen for me, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm Brendan Cooke, the General Director of OperaDelaware. The pandemic was very clarifying in terms of hey, we have got to find a better way. And it also gave us the time to consider things. And when you really consider that a large majority of the artists that we know and love are one bit of bad luck or one health scare away from having to leave this business, it's just sort of a shocking realization. And then you start visioning, well, what happens to that artist. Usually they leave in disgust because the business wasn't there for them. And so we started thinking about, how do we do things a little differently in Delaware? How do we invest in these artists first? With our most important artists, prior to this model, we have such a fractional relationship with them. They're here for such a short period of time. They're not really involved in the artistic process. It's, hey, I want to hire you to do this role. And you come in and you fill a spot. What would happen if we used that creative energy that the artists had earlier in the process? I have to steal a phrase from my wife, Julia. She talks about letting artists art, and that really sticks with me because, these are the most creative people. So I think one of the biggest core values is just, again, extending that relationship with the artists, getting them involved in the decision-making process. I think they get more invested in the art they produce if they have a voice. I think one of the other major goals is to give people ways to sort of broaden their path within the business. We talked before about how lots of people are one bit of bad luck or a health scare away from leaving the business in disgust. Well, what if that was different? And what if, while an artist was on a contract singing a role, they were given an opportunity to learn about one of the myriad of other things that makes opera happen? They're the kinds of people I want to have working with me in the trenches because they're entrepreneurial. They know how to work hard. They know about delayed gratification. They're creative, So one of the goals is to, again, widen the paths within opera for artists. That way we don't lose that experience, that vocabulary, and that enthusiasm, and the potential ambassadorship, right, that we lose if we don't take care of somebody. So it's about equipping folks with some of the knowledge I didn't have. This way, hopefully, our artists find another track within opera so that when being on the road no longer fits their life, right, they can still bring the depth and breadth of all of their experiences on the stage and move opera forward wherever they are, whatever community that is, hopefully here in Delaware.
I think there's an expectation with opera singers that what we do is fun, and it is really fun to get to be an opera singer, but it's also a ton of unknowns, and the unknowns catch up to you. For me, I was performing and it was always chasing the next gig and chasing that next opportunity without any thought of stability, without any hope for building a life, having a family, having a home, and that kind of constant fear in the back of your head of what happens when my parents get sick? I can't leave this gig to be with them. What happens if my brother needs me? What happened? And it feels like you can't be a person and be an artist.
I think as my family grew, right, it made it real for me too. It's like we cut a lot of careers really short because we're not set up to care for a young family. We're not set up to have full-time artists. And that's what we're trying to change with this program. What happens when you give these brilliant, empathetic, talented folks home and community? I think they give back. And so it's hard to even know how far that can radiate out. But I think just being more known in the community and being more valued as a part of a community I see it already happening, and I like the way it looks 5 years from now.
There are parts of me that have been sleeping because I'm just a singer, whatever that means. Opera Delaware wants me to be me, and I have not found that yet. And I am daily grateful and floored that I'm included in this because my wheels are turning constantly. This is just the beginning and we need support, but we have what it takes, and that's really, really exciting.
So I love that you take this approach of going in. It's not a lecture. I'm here to welcome you. I want to bring you along. When we went back and did that pop-up performance and Emily had gotten little mini Toreador
Red napkins.
red napkins
Is what they really were.
kids so that they could play along as Gerard is singing this iconic, super famous aria from Carmen. Those kids are going to remember that for the rest of their lives. They're never, if someone says to them in 10 years and 20 years, what do you think of opera? They're not going to scoff. They're going to remember it as being something fun that they participated in. And that is how we create the audience of tomorrow. And someone like you with this vitality and this passion and this joy to share and play, what our industry would be losing if we didn't have you.
What really surprised me is how much being part of a steady artistic community has changed the way I experience my work. Staying in one place for a while, getting to know people, learning from other artists, and finding our shared rhythm has been really special. Dane, Tony, Emily, and you, Brandon, it's treat me like family. And they are always pointing out what's needed and helping me grow. Being part of that kind of supported community has made me more focused and inspired and confident to try new things.
That makes me so happy to hear that.
So as an opera singer, I've been able to have kind of my own side hustle for a few years now. I even created my own LLC to do so, where I do graphic design, I do digital media management, social media, things like that for other opera companies as well as other artists. Being able to offer that to Opera Delaware is something that was a no-brainer for me. My actual interest and passions lie within artistic planning and artistic programming, and I have such a huge platform to be able to do that with Opera Delaware. Finding ways to highlight each one of the company artists while doing so has been super, super gratifying and something that I've never had the opportunity to do before.
My dream for opera in America is that becomes more connected, inclusive, and true part of the communities. It serves not just the entertainment, but a shared cultural experience that bring people together. The company artist model shows that when artists are supported to grow ourselves and contribute beyond their singing, opera can reach its full potential.
To have the audience cheering us on in the background going, you know what, you guys are doing something amazing and we're here for it and we're going to be there and we're going to support you. I'm looking forward to a sold-out show.
And we are here proving that this works, that I'm singing main stage roles in a company and also singing main stage roles across the country. And doing my own programming. And I'm doing digital media. And I'm doing graphic design. I'm doing all of these things. And all of that is benefiting me. It's benefiting my community. It's benefiting Opera Delaware. And in turn will, I think, benefit the industry.
To be able to say for myself that all of my work, no matter what I am doing from day to day, is all artistic work. And it is all centered around my art and the well-being of keeping art alive for others, for the next generation, removing barriers for the younger generation, making it accessible as artists and audience. All of that work is all towards my art, my voice, and I'm grateful that that is my job in totality.
There was a whole lot to learn very, very quickly, but as a curious person, it spoke to me, That's why I'm grateful that we got to start something. We kind of had a playground to learn how I wanted to run an opera company.